You may or may not know me. Maybe you know one of my relatives. My name is Dizzy, Ease. Not sneeze. Ease. Not that either. You must please excuse my sound effects man with my first appearance on the Astro Boy 9 channel. He's crazy. I don't even know why we hired the idiot. They told me I was so drab and boring that we had to hire comedy relief for my lectures. How ridiculous. Well, I'm here to talk about life in your colon, which reminds me of our sound man. He stinks. You already said that. Ridiculous, isn't he? I just love the colon. We get the point. Okay, that's enough. Especially when it is all crusted and impacted on the inside with dark green bile stones, full of candidas albicans, lots of unfriendly bacteria and what your doctors would call a dysbiosis that would strangle a herd of horses. It's all thoroughly disgusting stuff for you, but wonderful for me. What I especially love is when the candidus goes from its mycelia form into its rhizoid form, where it sprouts tentacles and starts to drill holes in your GI tract. I usually wear my headgear for that one. What fun. This is how tumors get started too. I especially love the worms that live in the GI tract. Must you do that? I think he is trying to tell all of us that all of this causes terrible flatulence and abdominal pains for you humans. Don't you know I just love it? Did you know most doctors think humans are no longer a member of the animal kingdom and that humans don't get worms like domestic animals do? It's true. I just love the way Western doctors delude themselves and hide their ignorance when the knowledge is in their own medical books to the contrary. Some say that one of the greatest lies the devil ever created was to get all of you to think he doesn't exist. You have no idea how much we had to pay him for that secret. His interest rates are outrageous. That was 6,000 years ago. What a long payment plan that has been. Doctors love ignorance too, because it makes it possible to do all kinds of useless surgeries that kill you, their patients, faster than we were doing for them. We make doctors a lot of money and put their kids through school, because they don't believe parasites exist. Once the colon is clogged up, then food does not break down properly, causing gas and flatulence. I think they get the point. Oh, how we love to hear you scream in all your pain too. It makes me so happy. You don't think a great white shark cares if you scream while it is eating you, do you? It's okay, we do the same thing to the shark's body, we do to your body. Again, please, ignore my sound effects man. He's a college idiot with a wheel loose in his head. I think he's even using that wheel on his sound effects table. I think he has some of my relatives living in his brain. Well, once the GI tract is filled with pounds of compacted crud, food has trouble getting in, and what does get into the blood are undigested protein fibers which the immune system of the blood sees as invaders. This causes an autoimmune response, as a result, to force the white cells to work against the person's own body. I just love that. It's what I live for. The pollution that all of this creates is hell on your hormone levels. The pollution dilutes them to the point where they're useless to your body, making you go broke, spending your money on hormone supplemental therapy, which makes your doctors all the more richer. Next, the electron load of the body drops, and so does the body's alkaline mineral load. This causes the cells to chain together in the blood, so as to share their electron load. Doctors call this rouleau. This tight chaining of the cells together make it next to impossible for food and oxygen to get into the cells and for the cells to expel their waste. The result is anemic blood and low in energy, which starts the programmed decomposition process. This results in what people are calling these past 2 decades CFS or chronic fatigue syndrome. These days, Western doctors are calling it fibromyalgia. Whatever. The pollution of this syndrome poisons the body fluids to the point where it causes all kinds of multiple, unexplainable symptoms. The most nasty complication is what chatbots are calling brain fog. Don't you think we should have a foghorn for that one? I guess not. No, that's not it either. I think we are done with that joke. Now where was I? Oh yes, now let's see. The brain fog was my idea. I felt that if we could confuse the person's brain enough with enough self-created toxic poisons from the CDS/PD process, we could disable each person from figuring out what was going wrong inside them and protect our growing population inside a body heavily adulterated from the CDS/PD process, as my nemesis, Kevin F. Montague, has named it. Next, the somatids fight to regain electron load, which causes them to touch each other to share electrons, along with sharing electrons with the cells of the body. This touching activates a new cycle in their programming, creating a new breed of plant microbes designed to preserve the life force of any life form on your planet, as it returns back into the soil. This is a process that is not supposed to happen while you are alive. When it does, it becomes a syndrome and not a process. This process falls under the law concerning the conservation of energy in the universe. Animal cells are then transformed into plant life forms, consisting of spore, bacteria and finally fungal forms, which is deadly to you, but life to us. How wonderful! This process is true even in the plant kingdom and is a universal programming in all organic life on planet Earth. We do leave enough food in you to just barely keep you going for decades, while we devour you alive, over time, to create the maximum number of our kind. That's what parasites do. I like that. What I just described to you is the shortest explanation of what my nemesis, Kevin F. Montague, calls the CDS/PD process, which is a threefold process. Don't buy his manuscript. I beg you. You'll only make us homeless if you do, and make your body healthy over time. It will only empower you and help make you healthier. I would hate that. Now, would someone please shut the college idiot up who is doing all the sound effects? Great. You already did that one. Okay, here we go again. I don't suppose? I guess not. We're not going to pay you at this rate. Do you think we could? I see. I get no respect with him around. We done? That was sweet. So please, keep eating as much junk food as you can. Just stay away from those dark green vegetables and dark green health food drinks, and by all means don't take lots of your mineral supplements. I don't like them, personally speaking. The fast food chains will love you for it too. You've been wonderful. Right now, I need to take a break away from my sound effects guy who is out of his mind. I think I can give him the flu virus for a few weeks to shut him down, before he really gets on my nerves. Until later.